Final Fantasy XIV is one of the biggest MMORPGs of our time. Now, this game is absolutely amazing. It's a massive world with a lot of content, incredible storylines, insane raids, and the player base of this game is super active. It's still active till this day. I think a year ago or two, it had like an incredible, massive player base boost, but it still has one of the biggest MMORPG population till this day. So this game is absolutely incredible. But recently, I saw an article about Final Fantasy XIV coming to mobile. Yes, you guys heard me right. And that got me to think, is this going to be a mobile port, like an own version of the mobile game, or is it going to port the PC version to mobile? But we're going to be finding out in this video, so let's jump right into it. Let's check it out. So yes, Final Fantasy XIV. So the article that I read and saw was basically this. Final Fantasy XIV is reportedly coming to mobile. And surprise, surprise, guys, it is a joint project between Square Enix and Tencent. Tencent, can you believe it, guys? Tencent just recently came out with their WoW on World of Warcraft version. You know, Tencent that is dominating in the world with their microtransactions and sussy. Yeah, we're not gonna talk too much about Tencent. You know, don't want to get sued around here. But yeah, so they have linked up apparently. So finally, Final Fantasy developer Square Enix has reportedly linked up with Tencent to develop a mobile version of its fan favorite MMO Final Fantasy. Further to the strategic agreement both companies signed back in 2018, Expedia believes the company are now working on a mobile port for Final Fantasy XIV. It is not clear if the mobile game will be exclusive to one mobile manufacturer or available on all devices. Most likely, if they do this, it's going to be available on all devices, both Apple and Android, of course. And probably, Apple and Android for sure. We're going. We are in ongoing communications with Tencent, and there are some projects that are underway. But I will refrain from commenting on any details at present, including in terms of any output over the next 3 years. Square Enix president Yosuke Matsuda said back in 2021. Neither company have formally confirmed what these projects are, but it's thought the Final Fantasy game is in development after an unannounced near mobile game was shelved. Final Fantasy creator said he doesn't want to work on Final Fantasy game again because he's having too much fun playing Final Fantasy. You know, I gotta respect him, man. This guy, you know, he created the game and he's having fun. He's like, you know what, I'm not dealing with this. But I'm pretty sure if he would dealt with it, it was like, ain't no way I'm making a mobile version of the game. But right now, money talks. So basically, this is the article that came out regarding Final Fantasy to mobile. Now, again, there's not any like major confirmed news here. It is a bit of speculation, but this completely makes sense to me because I know Tencent and I know what mobile platform is capable of these days. Now, there are a few things that I want to definitely take a look at here. First of all, is if they're making a full-on port, it is possible because right now, like mobile games can run like there's insane amount of mobile ports these days, man. I think we have everything from big MMOs on mobile to shooter games, even like Fortnite has been on mobile. Like, mobile games and devices can do a lot these days, right? And you will be able to play the game, but it comes down to the complexity of Final Fantasy. If we just be real, Final Fantasy is a very complex game. It has a lot of content, but it has also a lot of skills. It has a lot of things that is in the game that will make sure that some of the mobile devices is definitely going to burn up, right? But if they do make a full-on mobile port, the only way to do it is to try to dumb down the game in some type of way, and this is possible. What you can do, of course, is the usual where you turn into low graphics, hide players around you, but the complexity of the game, which is going to be the skills, the way to do it is add some assist function, right? So I saw this very recently, and we saw this recently in Tourist Land, where they have assist function, and Tourist Land only have 8 skills, so nobody cares, right? Why you need assist function, but you can macro inside the game your rotations and stuff on a mobile device. You just click one button, it will do the rotation for you, right? So that'd be like a big fix to the whole system of all the skills in Final Fantasy, right? So the guy would have to dumb down the game in some type of way, and the other thing would be some kind of auto movement. They're probably going to add some kind of auto movement, some kind of auto play auto assist, some type of auto play. They have to if they're doing a full-on port from PC to mobile. Now, I don't think it's going to be a full-on port. I don't think like many MMOs like Albion Online or other MMOs that are available for crossplay these days, where you can play your character on both PC and mobile. I don't think Final Fantasy is getting that. I think they're making a Final Fantasy game, which is going to be like a Final Fantasy XIV Lite or an own version to mobile. So we will see a lot of the same classes, we'll see a lot of the same characters. We've seen a lot of games do this, especially when they go to the mobile version of the game, is they take a lot of the same inspiration, the world, the bosses, the raids, the dungeons, everything is very similar, but the game is different. And I think that is the way that we're going to end up doing the mobile version of the game. And that is the main reason for that, and why I think it is the monetization model. Because let's be real, guys, subscriptions don't work on mobile, okay? It doesn't work. There's no money in it. And what we know from Tencent is Tencent want the big money, right? The big money, not the small money, but the big money. The way to get the big money on mobile, unfortunately, is through microtransactions. And Final Fantasy does not have, that it's a paid game. It's a free-to-play friendly game, but they need to have some kind of monetization model, right? And what works on mobile is a pay-to-win. It is microtransactions, and you cannot have a subscription base. People are not going to play the game. I enjoy subscription-based games. I wish all games were subscription-based and not pay-to-win, but I am not naive enough to think that the subscription model will work on mobile. It does not. And mobile players like to play a game that is free, check it out, see what it's all about, and a company gets more players to check out their game if the game is free. So that's basically what they're going to do. They're going to go for a free-to-play model, and they're going to add some kind of microtransaction. We don't know what it's going to be. If it's going to be some gacha systems, if it's going to be some gear system, if it's going to be other pay-to-win system or pay-to-win friendly systems where you can only buy skins, but there's definitely going to be some kind of system. And that is the reason I don't think they're going to port the game, because if they port the game, they cannot do this because the other side of the community will complain. The people that actually play the game, the PC players, will complain. So it's not going to work. So that's why I think it's going to be an own thing for mobile, right? And then they will make the game a little bit more simpler with the mechanics, with the skills, with all the stuff to make it more mobile friendly, of course. But I think they will use the mobile, they will use the Final Fantasy lore, the story, all the stuff, but they will make small changes to it. So I think if Final Fantasy XIV is coming to mobile, it's not going to be a full-on PC port. However, I do think that the version that they will make on mobile will be a cross-play, so we'll be able to get it played on PC and on mobile, and maybe even a PlayStation or console, who knows, right? But again, I think this can be good. Tencent is really good at making games or MMOs in general for mobile. We've seen it. They make high quality games. The biggest issue with Tencent is that they make games pay to win. People quit. The games are good. The games are high quality, but they just cannot survive because nobody enjoys pay to win games these days, right? But in my opinion, in the best case scenario, which is not going to happen, I hope for a full-on Final Fantasy port to mobile. More players is always good. More numbers are always good. Unfortunately, it's not going to be fun, of course, for the PC players. I mean, there is some positive to it. You can play your character on your phone when you're not at home, right? So there's some positive, but mainly it is not, because you have to deal with mobile players, right? Mobile players, I mean, mobile games in the past years when it comes to MMOs have had complex raids. You can see them in, for example, Tarzan, very recent, of the games like Crusaders of Light, Will of Kings, where you actually had like proper 20-man, 25-man raids. So this is definitely doable on a mobile device. And these games are really old. Some of them are new, but it doesn't have any lag issues or any issues like that, because the engine is so good now on mobile devices that you don't have to struggle with it, right? But the main is the complexity of the game and the monetization. I think those two things is what's going to end up not having Final Fantasy make a full-on port. But yeah, I mean, Tencent is everywhere now. I mean, I think we're going to be seeing a lot more mobile games from PC. A lot of new MMOs. I mean, Tencent just loves this MMO. We love milking the genre because there is money in it, but they don't survive long, right? shelf life of these games are not like the big mammoth PC MMOs that we know. Most mobile games or MMOs, they die pretty fast, they lose population pretty fast because they do use the same model, right? They make good games, but they milk the hell out of every player as much as they can, right? So, I mean, I can't complain about this exciting news, especially for people that enjoy mobile. This is a great game. I don't know which way they're gonna do it, but I am pretty sure that the collaboration with Tencent, with Square Enix, is not gonna let them make a shitty game, right? They're gonna make sure that they keep the standard of Final Fantasy, and Tencent is gonna make sure that they make a lot of money. You know, I think that's the collaboration, right? That's gonna happen between them. But that is it. Let me know what you guys think. I would love to hear you guys' opinion in the comments below. Will you guys be checking out Final Fantasy XIV on mobile if it ever comes out? My prediction for this game, if it ever comes out, is still a couple years away. I mean, we have very minimal information about this. Even if they're even working on it, it's still a few years away. So we'll have to see. But thank you guys so much. Check out this video right here, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.